The sun was a soft gold smear on the rim of the world, bleeding warmth over scrubland and silence. Colt Mercer leaned against his saddle horn, his mare restless beneath him. The air carried something sharp, blood on the wind. He hadn't been looking for trouble. Just water. Maybe the quiet that came after a long day's labor. But when he turned his horse upwind, he saw her. A woman tied to a post like a dog for trade, arms lashed above her head, long black hair matted with dust and sweat. Bruises purpled her cheek, and the man who'd done it, Dobbs, sat chewing tobacco in the shade as if he were selling pelts, not people. Her eyes lifted when Colt rode closer, too steady for someone broken. They held something ancient, something noble. Colt didn't ask the price, didn't ask who she'd been taken from. His hand slid to his rifle and stayed there, quiet and firm. "She ain't yours, Mercer," Dobbs growled. "No," Colt said, swinging down from his horse. "She ain't yours either." One slice of his knife, and the ropes fell. She didn't flinch, didn't thank him. She stood on her own strength, staggering only once, and when she did, Colt caught her gently, like she might break, though she'd survived more than he ever had. That night, she said nothing. Took the water he offered, not the bread. He gave her his mother's old shawl, set a cot near the fire, and kept his rifle close. She stared into the dark, her silence louder than thunder. "She knows Comanche words," the woman said softly. Colt blinked. "You speak English?" She nodded. "My mother taught me before she died." He told her his name. She didn't offer hers. By evening she swept the porch, folded the blanket, and refused to eat in front of him. But when he left coffee by her bed, she drank it. Every act was a line drawn in the sand. Survival, made ritual. On the third day, she stitched his torn shirt without asking. That night, she touched a scar near his collarbone. "They did that?" she asked. "No," he said quietly. "Different war." She studied him long, as if weighing whether he was shaped more by mercy or by violence. Then she spoke. "I am Neely, daughter of Greyhawk." The name struck him cold. Greyhawk, the Comanche war chief, feared across the territory. Colt realized he hadn't just sheltered a woman. He had sheltered a storm. The storm came on the 6th morning. Smoke rose on the hills. Riders appeared by dusk, 20 in war paint and silence. At their head, a tall, silver-haired man whose face looked carved by time, Greyhawk himself. "You returned my daughter," Greyhawk said in thick English. "I didn't take her," Colt answered. "Just kept her safe." The chief studied him. "You saved blood of mine. You may join our blood. Marry her." Colt stiffened. He turned to Neely. "Is this what you want?" Her gaze didn't waver. "I want to decide, not be traded again." Greyhawk nodded. "She chooses." And Neely chose to stay. Not as wife, not as prisoner, but as herself. Seasons shifted, fences mended, orchards bloomed. Colt began to talk again, and Neely began to sing when she worked, her voice soft as river water. One evening she pointed to the moon. In Comanche it means guiding sister. When it is full, women find clarity. "You got clarity?" Colt asked. She laid her head against his shoulder. "I want to stay here, Colt Mercer." Silence fell around them, heavy as the coming storm. "I thought maybe you wanted to go back to your people." "This is my people now," she whispered. "You are my family, my home." Colt tightened his arm around her, feeling the strength in her frame, the steadiness of her heart. The years that followed were kind. They built a life together, strong and slow, filled with small joys and big dreams. Colt had planted an orchard of apple and pear trees, and now its branches reached up to meet the sky. The scent of ripe peaches and freshly turned earth clung to the air. In the evenings, they sat on the porch watching fireflies bloom, their laughter echoing in the growing dark. One night, the familiar chill of autumn settled in the valley. Neely pulled her shawl tighter. "We should plant some cottonwood saplings along the fence," she said. "When spring comes, the wind will be kinder." Colt squeezed her hand. "That sounds like a plan." Their son, Little Dove, came running out of the house, his eyes bright as stars. "Can I help?" he asked, his voice echoing his mother's. "Of course you can," Colt said, scooping him up. "You and me both, son." And as the years spun by, Colt found himself thinking, life is a lot like the land. Sometimes it's scorched and cracked, but when you tend it with care and love, it blooms again. He was an old man when he passed, his bones weary, his skin like worn leather. But he wasn't alone. Nieli sat by his side, her hand in his, her eyes shining with the light of 1,000 stars. When he closed his eyes for the last time, he heard her voice, steady and true, like the beat of a drum. And he knew he was home. And there you have it, partner. Another wild tale under the belt. Hope you enjoyed the ride and hope it left you with a full heart and a mind full of magic. If you want to keep the adventure alive, don't forget to drop a like and hit subscribe. It's free, helps us keep bringing these stories to life. And hey, why not leave a comment?